Hey beer tubers, Ryan back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me once again today on this cool sort of rainy-ish day. I figured I'd get one of my stouts out that I've had in the fridge for a while, been meaning to review in cooler weather. So I kind of have a very interesting bottle that I saw at a local bottle shop, and this is a 2003 bottle of Imperial Extra Double Stout. Did I get that right? Yeah, Imperial Extra Double Stout. Brewed by Harvey and Son in Sussex, England. There's a bit of a history. There's this guy, A. Lee Koch, I guess, C-O-K, was an old brewer that got invited by the Tsars to brew the Imperial Extra Double Stout within the Russian Empire. So this is, as it says on this bottle, there's a whole story here, a facsimile of that recipe that he brewed. And it comes in a small 11.2 fluid ounce bottle that's actually corked. So let's get this thing cracked open. And it's a bottle conditioned beer coming in at 9%. It says 2003 on the bottle, so it's got some age on it, big time. So I saw this one at the bottle shop and it looked really interesting, so I figured I'd pick it up. I don't quite remember the price. If I had to guess, it was probably around, I don't know, $10 or so. I've never seen a bottle like this either, so it should be interesting. So let me get this thing open and get it poured. Alright, so not much of a pop. A little bit of a cork fell in there, but not too worried about it. Yeah, this pours very dark brown, very dark brown. Pretty much not getting any carbonation on this thing. So I don't know, maybe the cork dried up. I don't know, it's a very old beer. But yeah, I definitely see some yeast down on their bottom. Right away, it almost might be more port-like than beer-like. I can see some alcohol legs, no problem. Not much of a head. It's pretty dark. Little bubbles that are there. Absolutely pitch black. Can't see anything coming through on the snifter. Let's get the aroma on. I can already smell it from here. Oh yeah, it smells like very much like a port wine. Except oh wow, there's so much going on in this beer. Wow. No alcohol whatsoever, 9%. Supposedly it's from 2003, can't smell it. It reminds me a touch of Black Tuesday without that kind of barrel character. There's like sweet black licorice, deep dark caramel notes. Definitely that sort of vinous note. Actually, I don't know. I mean, there's some like barrel character on it. So, it sort of comes through. Like you get vanilla. There's like sweeter kind of dark fruits on there, like a fig. Definitely a fig on there. Very sweet aroma. No hop character. Some chocolate notes. I have to say, this is one of the most complex smelling beers I've ever come across. It's just fantastic nose. I could probably sit here all day, but I'm not. Let's dig in. Cheers. Oh wow, that's so smooth. Yeah, there's pretty much like no carbonation, but it kind of doesn't really need it. It's a very kind of thick beer, very syrupy. Yeah, it's so smooth, it makes it so drinkable. A lot going on in the taste. Just has a huge dark chocolate finish. Wow. I would say a long lingering finish. It's not overly sweet though. I think the roasted malts, the chocolate malt, any kind of roasted barley they're using in this really helps bring out or help balance out the beer and the finish. Up front you get this kind of big vinous sort of wine-like character. There's like some cherries in there. I get some fig. Then it kind of goes into like caramel notes. And then like a big chocolate, dark chocolate note on the finish that sort of fades into a sort of that roasty coffee note. Yeah, up front to go with that kind of vintage note, kind of has those oak tannins, so maybe they did age this in barrels. Okay, I've been sipping on this more. You can tell there's alcohol in there, but you really can't taste it. You slightly feel it. I know it's not like the biggest beer. It's not quite that 18% Black Tuesday, but you get a lot of similar flavors. Definitely has that kind of port, sherry, you know, spirit kind of flavor to it at the beginning, but it's still, I mean, it still tastes like beer. Just beer with a tremendous amount of age and depth and complexity to it. Wow, I'm gonna have to get another bottle of this. This is really impressive. Recommend picking this up. There's another look at the label. Mine, I've seen some that were like capped, different shaped bottles. So I don't know if this was a special release or what, but I mean, this thing had a good sized cork in it that probably dried out a little too much. Maybe that's where the carbonation kind of escaped too, but man, the flavors coming off this thing. I mean, if it was just had a little bit more carbonation going on, would just really make the beer. But as it stands, this thing's getting an A for me. It is excellent. Probably by far the best English. Probably one of the few, actually. In fact, I don't know if I can think of another English Imperial Stout that, you know, well, obviously Sam & Smith's has theirs, but it's only 7%. This thing, like, this has the most kind of what the Americans are trying to kind of simulate with their beers, but this one just has some depth that a lot of Imperial Stouts don't have. It's so close to being an A+. Just needs a little bit of carbonation to kind of help with the drinkability because it's so smooth. It just gets to be a little too sticky, but if you almost think of this as not as a beer and more of a like a dessert port wine, that kind of thing. Although it doesn't have the wine ABV. I mean, it has some amazing alcohol legs on there. Yeah, I recommend picking this up, especially if you find a bottle this old. I mean, I just drink on this more. You just pick up every sip, you're getting different things. You're getting that licorice, you're getting some slight smokiness, big chocolate, the port character, sherry, some oak kind of like tannins going on there. It's so damn complex that it's so close to an A+. So man, go pick up a bottle of this if you can get it. It is worth it. If you like big, flavorful, complex Imperial Stouts, this is one of the better ones I've had for sure. So that's going to wrap up this review. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.